Hey, hi, hello, this is Alicia and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my end of month reading stats. So I've got my notes here. We're just going to get into it as you watch me fill out my TBR for the month for May. Yes, it's almost halfway through June and I'm just doing this now. Don't judge me. I play my bookish gauntlet every month. I love it. I did my hard mode this last month and I got 4 books plus all of my extras. So the first book I read was Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I really enjoyed it. I liked the development of the relationship between the two main characters. It was kind of saucy, kind of sweet, kind of spicy. You know what I mean? That twist at the end though, y'all, oh my goodness. Like the build up of this character that they, like this iconic character that they're both interviewing to see if they're competing for a book, right? And he is like totally in for her, like straight off, and she's fighting it. She's got some issues with some relationship stuff, but the way she coaxes the stories out of this lady is amazing. And then the ending with a twist and the connection between the characters, just like, yeah, it was a good one. It was a holy fuck moment, and I really like how it ended. I liked the development. I'm not so much a fan of celebrity leaning fiction, but I always enjoy Emily Henry. So it was a good book. I liked the connection, and that's what we're here for in a romance, right? Okay. Book 2 was Abby Jimenez, Say You'll Remember Me, and this was a really cute, not usual plot for a romance novel. The issues were long distance relationships and hating being separated, working yourself to death to be together, and not really having that breakup moment, which if you're looking for a romance book that doesn't have that third act breakup, then this is a book for you. I really liked the family connections. It was sad, it was harrowing, it was funny, it was nerdy, and it was spicy too. You know, I like a spicy story. My favorite scene was saving the dog from the car scene and what happened afterward. Like that. Yes, she got me for it. And I gave that 5 stars. Gave Emily Henry 5 stars too, by the way. Book 3, Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, because I love The Hunger Games. I rewatch the movie all the time. I really need to reread the books because I know the books are better, but I mean the movie's pretty good too. So at least the second one's my favorite. I usually watch the first 2 over and over again, and sometimes I watch 3 or 4. You know, can't wait to see this movie, by the way. I really love the references back. I know a lot of people were like, oh, it just felt like a best hits kind of thing. I really enjoy the connections. I enjoy that kind of thing though. So yes to the original story connections, and especially the ending. Poor Hamish. I love Hamish. He was a great character. I gave this, I think, a 4.5 or a 4.75, and the only reason it's not a 5 is because we got a lot of the poem at the end of The Raven at the end, and I got why, but I didn't think it needed to be that heavy-handed. But it was still a good story. Book 4 was Devolution by Max Brooks, and this was my mystery horror Sasquatch story. Oh my goodness. It didn't feel like it was going anywhere, but it went places fast. Like, these Sasquatch were ruthless. These humans had to turn into animals in order to survive being attacked by these Sasquatch people after a volcanic eruption that pretty much cornered them in their little community, their little smart community. Like, shit went down. Where are we getting food? How are we surviving the winter? We can't get anywhere and nobody's coming to help us. We've got this, what do you call it, ravaged pack of animals that want to eat us, that are smart and strong and fast and can get us out of our houses. Like, this was a yes kind of horror for me. Like, I want more of this kind of stuff. I'm going to have to read more from Max Brooks. It was so much more than I thought it was going to be, but I gave this a 5 star. Book number 5 was King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. As predicted, there was a lot of sex. And some of it wasn't necessary, but it also dropped off toward the end. I get it, I do. The fights though were pretty good fights. Like, actually getting to hear it all made it much better. My husband and I were talking about this and discussing the whole issue with the food, and I have on here, the food needed a lesson because the food was his normal person he liked to drink from, and she was all high and mighty to the new queen/wife, and the wife was like, no more of that, or no more of this. And so he cut her off, but she kept pushing buttons and kept trying to make her jealous, and so she got her comeuppance, and that is, but it's really the reason I read the story, is because I wanted to see her get her comeuppance. She went down with her dad, and she went down in general. I actually rather liked the story in general. I think I gave this a 4. I think I gave this a 4, so it was pretty decent. Do I plan on continuing the series? Not really. I don't think she's an author for me, but I did actually enjoy this one more than I enjoyed the last one. So if I ever feel like dabbling in again, maybe. I just really don't expect to. I think there's better things for me out there. So, okay. Book number 6 was Finlay, Donovan Jumps the Gun. Book 3 in, I don't know, is it the Finlay Donovan series? I don't know. Elle, Cosimano. And this was funny. I do like the humor, as long as you don't take it too seriously. Like, this is a really good book. I think I gave it a 4.25. I liked some of the development amongst all of the characters. I really liked how the husband was like, yeah, we're getting back together. I'm like, did she agree to get back together with you? Or is that you thinking because you're the man that you decide that she's coming back to you because you cheated on her, buddy, and married somebody else? Like, fuck off, okay? Yeah, you're the dad of her kids, but fuck off. And he totally, like, was told to fuck off, so I'm happy about that. Overall, it was a good time. The ending surprised the shit out of me. Like, I'm ready for book 4, even though I know how book 4 ends because my mom listened to it. She listened to that one first out of all 4 of them because that's what she do. But I'm still excited to see what happens in book 4. Book number 7 is The Neverless, which was my read-along, buddy read, whatever you want to call it, for my job. It says Jade Presley. It was a very burst harem romantasy, and it was off to a really good start. Like, because I wrote about this, I have more to say about it. It's off to a really good start. It was promising. I really liked the interactions between the main character and the dude of the foursome that chooses her. And then it kind of became repetitive, mostly about sex. A lot of repetitive in her head, like, oh, they're not going to trust me. Very predictable, unfortunately. Did I enjoy it? It was okay. It was a 3, I think. There was a lot of repetitive words, which I usually have an issue with in younger authors or authors without a lot of books under their belts. Like, you can find a different word for drink instead of using it 5 times in a page. Like, that kind of thing. It was just like the editor grading on me stuff. If you go and read my blogs for this, you will see that I do predict exactly what happens pretty much through the whole thing. And I wasn't surprised by the ending. I'm still wondering if the Evil King had anything to do with it. Like, there's still questions unanswered for book 2. Do I think I'm going to read book 2? Probably not, to be honest with you. I do think some of the sex scenes could have been sexier, since we had so many of them. I did like the one where it developed, though. Like, there was one character where, like, it truly developed, but, like, by the fourth guy, she pretty much blurts, I love you, before they have sex, on the first day of her being there. And I just have a hard time believing it. So, and he's supposed to be the nightmare. He's supposed to be the scary one. He wasn't scary at all. I don't know. Okay, anyways. Book 8 was Lost in the Moment and Found by Seanan McGuire. This is one of the Wayward Children series. I think book 8. It was a bit sick. It was a bit sad. Obviously taking advantage of children. Advanced aging, running away and then coming home and not being able to, like, actually come home. However, the ending did give me hope. I did very much like the main character. I thought the situation was interesting. I'm really glad that that dude, the stepdad, got his comeuppance too. So mom was like, what are we listening to? And I'm like, I know it's fucked up, but I kind of like fucked up shit. So yeah, okay. Book number 9 was Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten. This was my punishment intimidating, and it was intimidating, but it was excellent. Like, I think I stayed up to 3 o'clock in the morning finishing this book. It was awesome. OMS is oh my shit, yes. There's great tensions. The triangle, without there really being like a solid romance, was just, and oh my god, the ending and the twist. And her mom, and becoming queen, and almost dying, and being the reason that all this bad shit happened. Like, it was just, if you haven't read it, read it. I have book 2 on hold. I'm going to read it this month. I cannot wait for this to continue because it was so well done, so well weaved together. It was good. I can't wait to see what happens in book 2. Okay, I give this 5 stars. Book number 10 was Tripwire Tripwire by Lee Child. This is book 3 of the Reacher series, and I really loved the romance vibes. This was a little bit more heavy on the romance than usual. He usually has a woman that he sleeps with and has a little bit of a relationship with, but this one had a past with him, and I'm wondering if this is going to go forward. I really want it to. I really want her to continue on with him in this series, but I'm not expecting it, even though there was some serious romance vibes. And it was really cute romance vibes. Like, Reacher as a character is like goals. He's adorable, respectful, nice, good person. Like, does hard shit that needs to be done so that the right thing can be done. Like, I like his character. Yeah, like, I can't really say more without giving anything away, but I'm really glad that he did what he did in this book. So in my 11th book, my last book, my final book of May was How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kuang, I think is how you say her name. I always get upset when I don't say names, which I don't often say names right. This had a whole lot of fucking trauma in it. Not spoilers. Main character lost her sister because she jumped in front of a car, and the other main character is the guy who was driving the car. They were both in the same school. They both had to deal with the trauma. I mean, he didn't mean to hit her, but she used him as suicide. And so they, fast forward so many years, and she's a famous author, and he's a screenwriter on her show. And she tries to bully him off the show, and then they start to connect with each other. And the parents don't understand because they're traditional Chinese parents. And the screenwriting bits were really good. It was really sexy too. And this does have that breakup in it, but just their back and forth, the way they develop. They're not really enemies, but they're acting like they're enemies. At least she's acting like she's his enemy, or he's her enemy, and he's just like, if you're gonna make me be the bad guy, I'll just fucking own it over here, okay? But he's got his own shit too. It was complex. It was good. She is a screenwriter, so it's very real. It feels very real in that regard of what the business is like. So I really enjoyed that. Okay, let's get on to my stats for the month. So I read 11 books, as you saw. I read 4,061 pages, which is a little bit higher than last month, even though the books are the same. You know how this goes. Minutes read. I read for 4 days, 17 hours, 0 minutes, and 23 seconds, which is 113 hours roundish. I read 1 physical book, which was my read-along book, because I always read that physically. 0 audiobooks and 0 ebooks and 10 audiobooks. Yeah, me reading 0 audiobooks. Come on. My best book of the month was Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten. I cannot praise this book enough. Go read it if you like fantasy with a little hint of romance and a lot of dark shit. Read this one. My worst book of the month was The Neverless by Jade Presley. It wasn't that bad, but of the ones that I read, I think I had 4 or 5 stars this month. Something's gotta give, so I think that was my only 3-star. It was okay. It was alright. As you can see, my genres and stats, I read 1 horror, which was amazing. I think that would have been my best book of the month if not for Foxglove King. 3 fantasies, 1 sci-fi, 4 romance, and 2 thrillers, mystery thrillers. Cozy mysteries kind of go in there. My ratings were 5 5-stars, 5 4-stars, and 1 3-star. This is what a month looks like when you kind of know what you're reading, you like to read, and also you get lucky. Alright, now I'm gonna put my pixels up. I'm gonna fill those in. I really like being artistic like that. And if you like the way I track my books, I do have printables on my Etsy shop, which is linked below. If you have a printable planner that you keep your books in, or things that you would like to download and print and put in your planner, let me know what kind of things you're looking for, because just because I plan this way, I always love to find new ways to plan and track things. I love Storygraph. Find me on there. I keep updated on there pretty regularly. And anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know what your favorite book of the month was and what your least favorite book of the month was in the comments below. And I will see you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye.